What's up, everybody? You're watching Type of Dudes, and we are doing something a little bit different right now because we've gotten so many comments in our last few videos. One thing we have, and we do because we do read all of the comments pretty much.
Yeah.
You guys have great points of view. You guys make great points a lot of the time, but we did notice something that kind of kept coming up that we wanted to address, discuss, and kind of dive deeper into, and that is the generation, our generation, are we too sensitive? Are we too, what would you call it? I mean, are we too
sensitive?
Soft? The kind of word we're talking about. Are we too
sensitive, a snowflake, touchy? Okay, let's get right into it. At Change My Mind 2021, and we'll do this occasionally because, like he said, we do read and we love all the comments, all the positive, negative comments. I try to comment as much as I can, but honestly, there have been so many comments. So we're going to do this video. We're going to highlight some of them. To that point, at Change My Mind 2021, it's Rob Reiner, Carl's son. Yes,
oh my God,
other
yes,
videos, we definitely made that.
We made a mistake,
yes.
People. Stop leaving that stupid comment. We get it. It's Rob Reiner.
It's Rob Reiner.
Okay.
Also, if you 140,000 people watched our other videos, you guys would know that we made that correction. Second part, we weren't so sensitive back then. Our fragile recent generations couldn't stand this humor.
We're fragile.
Wow. Okay.
We're fragile now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rob Reiner at Ted Silvers Jaeger 840 says, Rob Reiner, not his father Carl.
All right.
Sad.
Skip all of those comments.
No. Let me
There's
finish.
more.
How clueless these lads are. How offended these nitwits are. And they're the future. Eh? Okay. So, everybody is offended by some things. But things change through time. Things that we're offended by change through times. I don't think this generation is any more or less sensitive than previous generations. Because if you go and you talk to the older generations about things that they really cared for, like Archie Bunker, freedoms, the Second Amendment, religion, things like that, you could get them really heated, and even to the point where they might put some violence behind it.
I have to say something. Do you have a comment?
Well, I was just going to say, I think, and I've said this, I think, before, where I think technology and social media has such an influence on that because we're able to listen to people so quickly now that it can come across, like to your point, it could come across that everybody gets so offended because we just hear everybody's opinions immediately.
Yeah.
Whereas maybe years ago, you might not be able to hear everybody's opinions, and the opinions that you're hearing are the people that you are surrounding yourself with, which are most of the time like-minded people like yourself. So you're not constantly hearing maybe opposition. So maybe to your point, maybe it's just kind of like,
The neighborhoods and these social groups were a lot more homogenized back then. So the things that you were not offended about talking to your friends, family, community, they also might not have been offended. And that might form your worldview. However, in such a connected world these days, we know who's offended and who's not. It's easy to access just anybody's mindset on these things. And so it's not that our generation is any less or more sensitive. I don't think that's the case.
I will say this. People in our generation, we are exposed to way more than you were back then. We have friends of all different colors, creeds, they're everywhere. So we are exposed to way more culture than you guys were. We are exposed to many more different points of view because everyone has a voice, for pretty much because of social media. So we have to be more sensitive because there are different types of people around us now. Some of you probably had very similar people in your circle of friends, so you could talk shit about those other people, and your circle of friends all laughed right? Because you all had all of your friends, all of your whatever your homies were, you all looked alike, you all talked alike, you all went to the same church, you all thought the same. So in your world, nobody got offended when you made fun of black people. You all laughed. So I'm saying people nowadays, we have a much more multicultural, multiracial, group of friends. So we have to be aware of what we're saying around friends of that mix. So in that sense, people in our generation, we might be more sensitive than previous generations, but that's a good thing because it's really a line of empathy versus selfishness. And if that's a straight line, one side is selfishness and one side is empathy, you can put me maybe right here. I don't go overboard where I want to protect everyone, but I'm not a selfish asshole. So in my opinion, that's really where the linear divide is. It's one side selfish, one side empathy. Where do you fall? That's what I'm going with.
I think it depends. Also, it also like where your humor lies, like with what the stuff that you guys watch, right?
Yeah.
Right. Like I laugh at some of the stuff because I think it's kind of funny. Maybe it's because it's true, and some people probably get a little offended by it, but I don't know. But I can understand some people also like, yeah, it's not funny. Like,
And because we have friends of different groups, we have to be a little understanding.
Yeah.
I can't say, well, I don't know, why are you so offended? I don't have a problem with it. Well, I'm not,
Yeah.
And so we can't just dismiss our friend or our friends. We can't just say, oh, well, I don't care that you're offended. I'm happy with it. If they are your friend, of course you're going to be like, well, I don't want you to be hurt. So is it something I said? You're going to care. And it's about caring. Now, if that person's your enemy or you never see those types of people, of course you don't give a shit. But people nowadays have a wider, more mixed group of friends.
Yeah.
So call us
multiple friend groups.
Call us fragile, call us oversensitive, call us pansies if you want. But the reality is we have a more mixed group of friends and you guys did it. What else? What else people say?
So let's go to a nicer.
Yeah, how about a nice comment?
Right, nicer comment. Like, this is my comment and I subscribe. Yes, because
All right,
that's what
thank
you're
you.
supposed to do because we have that 10,000 subscriber giveaway.
I cannot wait to see some of the comments on my comments. I know I'm going to get...
No, it's going to be great. No, we're doing this and, obviously we can take it. I laugh at all the comments.
No, we get so offended.
Yeah.
I'm offended. No, I don't give a fuck.
Uncle Fester 6501. Archie is an actor, right?
Oh my God.
You are reacting like it is real. We get a lot of comments for some reason.
What is the matter with... We understand that it's a show with actors. I don't really think that is really this person's Archie Bunk. I don't think that's a real dude.
Maybe a documentary?
I know that he's acting. I don't care what his personal views or
He
life
doesn't
is.
exist. He's fake.
Why do you guys keep thinking that we're looking at this like it's a documentary? We understand this is a show with actors. We get it. Woo! Okay.
Okay. We got a lot of comments from you guys saying that you're subscribing because you like the discourse that we have. And I would just like to shout out a lot of you guys. For those, you know who you are. Thank you very much because that's why we're here.
Yeah.
That's why we're doing this. It's to facilitate a lot of these discussions, just like All in the Family, just like Sanford and Sons, the Jeffersons, those, Bill Burr, right? We love having these conversations. And I actually, for the first time, got recognized by one of you subscribers, fans. And it was so nice hearing from somebody in person saying, yeah, I watched all of your videos and I love how you guys have different opinions and can debate while being very, friendly and cordial and all of those things. And you know what? That's kind of the whole point of this whole channel.
And to that point, and also tying it back to we have mixed friends, like I'm half black, half Filipino. Yeah. Felipe is Colombian. Joe
I'm
is
half Polish, half Taiwanese.
He's half Polish, and I know that I said Polak
Yeah.
several times because I didn't know Polak was a slur.
And if you guys think that we're sensitive, wouldn't I have been like, oh,
I didn't know. Okay, and I didn't know Polak was a slur.
But
pretty
I
much.
knew he didn't know that.
Yeah, and I know you guys have kind of come at me saying, "How could you say that? That's a slur." And what's the matter with you? He's half Polish, okay, and that's what this is about. It's about now. He didn't get offended, but if he did, of course I would have been like, "Hey, I'm sorry, dude. Like I didn't," because I have a mixed group of friends. I care if one of my friends gets his feelings hurt. So am I more sensitive? I guess you can call me more sensitive, but I'm just a good dude. How about that?
Yep.
Thank you for the point.
Yeah. Marcy Magnol 2768. You guys crack me up. Much love.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
And we really appreciate. I've read some of your comments, and some of you guys leave really long, detailed comments, educating me and us about a lot of things.
Yeah.
You guys were adults back in this time. So many of you guys were, and you guys explained to me what was going on back then, what was the tone back then, what was the kind of social temperature back then, and it's pretty fascinating. We're learning a lot, so we really appreciate your comments teaching us what the way things were back then, because we had no idea.
Yeah.
Well, and especially like I guess for me too, is I read a lot of them. I haven't seen a lot of these shows or even heard of. Like I know you guys have heard, like, at least mentioned them. Like a lot of these I didn't even know existed or whatever. Probably because I'm too young.
Yeah, he's the youngest. He's the youngest out of us.
But it's kind of cool to get to read. I'm like, oh, okay, I guess. Like, wow, I guess I missed out on that and stuff. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, let's mention one of the things that we learned. WASP, right? You guys were really helpful.
I didn't know what a WASP was, so that was pretty. Okay, that was a.
Yeah, when we asked, like, what
moment.
Category?
Because I didn't know. You guys taught me about that.
Yeah, that was really good. So, and I know for the most part, we highlighted a lot of, negative comments and addressed them, but for the most part, you guys have been really thoughtful, and the community, and this is what we want to build, is you guys being able to converse with each other. We have comments that have 100 replies to them, and that's absolutely so amazing and beautiful to see, because it really means that there is, whatever you think about humanity, whatever you think about the country nowadays, there is still hope, there's still good, there's still that love of country and community that we all have
and able
together.
to have a discussion about it.
Absolutely. Just like us, we hope that all of you guys can have that discussion with each other.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well said, sir.
Wow.
Okay. Well, yes, we will be doing these on occasion where we actually read comments that we get from some of our videos and have discussions like this.
Yeah.
So this was fun.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching.
Thanks for watching.
Like, comment, subscribe. Yes, keep commenting. I can't wait to read your comments about what my comments were about this.
Yeah.
All right. See you later, guys.
Peace.